we're going to actually take the gentleman from, I believe, South Carolina.
Who's up next on the mic? And we've got to fix the typing sound.
Yeah, James. James from South Carolina.
Yes, my name is James. Yes, my dog barks at the people, bark very much at all. What should I do?
Okay, if I understand you correctly, you said your dog does bark at people or does not bark at people?
No, my dog barks at black people. It doesn't bark at hardly anyone.
Barks at black people?
Yeah, well, actually, I have Rhodesian Ridgebacks, and they say that that they were bred to protect the people in South Africa from the natives down there. But I have several people that come to my house, a couple of friends that are black, and all it is teaching your dog. Sometimes it's the way somebody's walking, the way someone's dressed. But if you want your dog to bark, then do nothing about it. If you don't want your dog to bark at people, whatever color or whatever age or whatever ethnic background, you're going to bite the dog. I'm going to bite Mark right here like this. You give him a poke in the neck, right in the side of the neck, with that shh sound. And with that sound, that's a growl from the pack leader, and the poke in the neck is a bite from the pack leader. That's how dogs communicate. So anyway, we're going to probably wind up, if you can order a copy of the book, you can actually get it from njdogwhisperer@aol.com. Thank you, Sweet Angel.
Let me add something to that. A lot of people say do dogs see color? Do they dream? Do they lick themselves? Well, I know they do that. It really doesn't matter. It's not that the dog can see a black person, a white person. It doesn't matter. It's the energy, and you all know that certain people can come in your house who's afraid of dogs, and your dogs act differently. You can bring somebody in that just loves dogs to death, and your dogs will act differently. So it's actually the owner or the person's energy when getting in a crowd of people, when walking up to a street gang or whatever you're doing with your dog. It's your energy that transmits down that leash into your dog. If you are the leader, you can go through anything, anywhere, anytime you want to, because now he knows you're in charge. That's the only reason he's barking. Now, Janice told you how to fix it, but you got to understand the why of all these behaviors.
So basically, again, what we want to do is we want to show the dog through our actions what the behavior that we want is. I always joke with people, I say, it's not really what we're teaching the dog to do. It's what we're teaching him not to do. He's not allowed to jump on people at the front door. He's not allowed to bark at people incessantly. I want my dogs to bark a couple of times. I want them to alert me, but I don't want them to keep barking or lunging at people. So all you have to do is, if you're not worried about it and you look away as if, let's say you see danger on the right, you're not going to look at the left. You're going to focus on that danger. So if your dog is barking at someone or something, and that's over on the right, and you say, well, gee, it doesn't look like food or danger, all you've got to do is look to the left and walk. Keep walking. By your showing the dog that you're not concerned about it, he's not going to be concerned about it. So anyway, what we're going to do is take another call. If anybody would like to order the book, it's called There's Hope, and you can get it on njdogwhisperer@aol.com. Next on the mic is Jason from Chicago. Jason, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, buddy. You have a nice show here. I have a question. I have a dog. It's a lab. And every time we cook dinner, he'll follow me, because since I'm the cook of the house, he'll follow me around the house every time I cook dinner, and I tell him to stay, and he doesn't. He'll bark at the door, then my dad lets him inside the kitchen. How do I stop him from doing that? And when somebody when somebody knocks at the door, he goes crazy at the door.
Okay, are you talking about the dog or your dad? Okay, I got that straight. All right, there's a lot of things going on here, Jason. Number one, the dog follows you around the house while you're cooking. So what? I mean, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just following you. That's a good sign. Now, how do you know he's looking at you or begging? For some of you whose dogs beg from the table, same scenario, same behavior. Whether it's in the kitchen or at the dining room table or on the couch watching a football game with some chicken wings and a beer, it doesn't matter. How do you know your dog is looking at you or begging for your either affection or food? Because you're looking at them. If you read the book, you're going to see where after we make a correction, you cannot look at the dog. If you look at the dog, staring at a dog is a challenge. Most of you know that. Don't look a dog in his eye and all that you've heard. Staring, especially after a correction, is waiting for an argument. And that's sometimes what you get from your dog and or your children and or your husbands. That's why we don't do kids or husbands. So by him following you around is not an issue. Now, the biggest issue is the barking. Again, he's barking for a reason. If you understand the reason he's barking, you can fix the behavior. The reason he's barking is because somebody's given him some kind of attention during that barking phase. If he's barking and you're yelling, shut up, shut up, shut up, you're doing what he's doing. So in that moment, somebody has to be the calm one, the leader who says, no barking is allowed right now while I'm cooking dinner. So by walking over to him, taking your fingers, just point your fingers at him and jab him in the neck, you're not going to hurt him, and walk away. Now, we add the sh sound to that bite. We call it a bite. If you just bite him and walk it back and turn your chicken over so it don't burn, your dog will shut up. It's that simple. But what you're going to do wrong is after you bite him, you're going to walk over to the chicken, and then you're going to look back at the dog to see if he's listening to you. The problem with obedience is if it doesn't work, you're back to square one. So even if the dog went through obedience classes and you taught him to shut up, sit down, roll over, whatever, and he's not doing it, then I would go get my money back. It's like buying a car that pieces just fall off of every day. Go get your money back. So bite him, and if you don't like it, bite it. But you got to do it with the right energy. We're just teaching our dogs our rules. If a buddy of yours walked into your house with a lit cigar, you wouldn't scream and yell at him. You would just say, hey, you can't smoke in here, buddy. Throw that out and let's go eat.
I have something that I want to add for that. We're going to poke each other. Boaz, we need you in the middle. We can both get you. I wanted to add something.
I'm not getting in the middle of that. You can jab each other. I'll stay clear out of the way.